Hello everybody, my name's Dr. Corinne Weaver, and today we're going to be going over Where Is My Skin Brush? You know that song with Larry, Silly Songs with Larry. It's going to be Silly Songs with Dr. Weaver today. So anyway, we're going to go over where is my skin brush and what's the importance of actually using the skin brush. So if you watch my other videos, we talked about the different barriers, and the last video we did, we talked about the gut. And today we're going to talk about the skin and that skin barrier and some things that we can do to not internally help our skin, but externally too. In the gut, we talked about the lymph and the immune system. And so when the gut starts breaking down, it does affect our skin. So when we have kids come in and they start having eczema or they start having rashes, you know, a lot of that is not from the external part, a lot of it's coming from the internal and their body's reaction that way. So we're going to go over where is my dry brush and why we should even use a dry brush. And this is actually a really good dry brush to buy. Kind of long, nice handle. The bristles are really nice and soft. And what you do when you use this, you actually start from your feet. And I don't know if you can see me here, but you just kind of start in your feet in circular motions and then smooth out towards the leg, and you're moving everything towards the lymph system, and then going into your hands and going through it all the way to your heart. So you're pushing basically toxins all the way through towards the heart to help your body get rid of toxins. And that's what our lymph system normally does, but it gets all congested. And so we do thermography, and we really started recommending more and more skin brushing when we started doing the thermography. And the reason why is because we see a lot of women and men come in and they have a lot of congested lymph nodes. Just lymph is just not moving. Another way you can get lymph to move is exercise, which a lot of people don't do these days. They sit on the computer, they don't move. So, rebounding, you get on a trampoline and just kind of bounce. Just walking, doing some kind of physical activity can really help move the lymph as well. But we started recommending dry brushing in the last year or two, even though it's been around for centuries, and we've noticed some big differences when we do the thermography with the lymph congestion. Another thing we notice on thermography is that people use deodorants that have bad toxins in them. For one, the aluminum. So if you're at home right now and you're watching this video and you're like, do I have aluminum in my deodorant? Look, and usually what they'll do and I should have brought one just like I did the bunny bread, but the deodorant will list the ingredients, but on the bottom it'll say aluminum because that's the active ingredient. And what that is doing is actually clogging your pores. And not allowing your body to detox and get rid of things, so you're storing toxins right here. And obviously that's not a good thing. So they notice with breast cancer, when lymph congestion and lymph can't remove, that's a problem for the breast. And so lymph gets congested and things aren't able to move. So we really encourage using a deodorant that's more natural. Now people freak out, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stink. Well, yeah, you might stink for a few weeks until your body gets used to the adaptation process. But what we recommend for the first couple weeks is bentonite. Bentonite clay, and this is a bentonite clay powder here. And we recommend it a lot for the mouth and cleansing of the mouth, but you can also use this. You did bring my apple cider vinegar. Thank you, Adora. So we have the organic apple cider vinegar, and this is like my liquid gold. I drink this stuff all day long. I love it. But this right here mixed with the bentonite, and you can put that, I know it sounds gross, okay? But you can actually put it on your armpits and the armpit, if I can even say it right. So armpit detox. So the bentonite and the apple cider vinegar, you can leave that on for a little bit, and that's going to draw all those toxins that you've not allowed out of your body because you've been putting the aluminum deodorant on your skin and on that area that you can't detox. So that's a good way to kind of get things going. If you've never done a detox before, we always recommend some kind of liver detox just to kind of help flush the toxins from the liver and allow the body to naturally get rid of those toxins so you can heal as well. But, I would say start there, but we're going to send you a link of some natural deodorants. And I did bring in here, I love this patient, and of course I'm not going to mention his name, but he's hilarious. And he would come in and he would always smell like peppermint fresh. And I'm like, you smell like peppermint, it smells like good. And he's a construction worker. I mean, he is nasty. He gets on my table, my table's like all dirty. Normally he comes in and he showers before I see him. But he gets all nasty and he does not use deodorant. And he told me that he uses peppermint. Not on his skin, but actually on his clothes. So he just literally takes the peppermint and he rubs it right in here. And when he sweats, he smells like peppermint, which is great, you know? And which is kind of funny. He said an old man, like, and he's older, he's probably in his 60s, but he's like an older man, like in his 80s, told him the secret of peppermint. So I never heard that, and I think that's a great idea. But I've always used coconut oil and baking soda. And then you can also use arrowroot powder, and then I use lavender. So you can actually make your own deodorant. It's not hard to make. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Dr. Weaver, I'm not going to make a deodorant, you can go to the store, and there's some natural deodorants now that do not have any aluminum. Please get those if you don't make your own. All right, so there's some solutions there. So again, where is my dry brush? The benefits, we went over the whole lymphatic system that we're noticing the benefits for. It makes your skin very soft. It's worth it to get rid of the dead cells on the skin. It makes your skin really smooth. And after, if you leave this in a shower and you're like, oh my God, my skin's gonna start flaking everywhere. But if you leave it in the shower and don't turn the shower on, you're dry brushing, not wet, it's dry. So you do it before you actually turn the water on. So when you dry brush, all the dead skin cells are gonna fall in the shower, and then you're gonna rinse them off. And then use a really natural lotion afterwards. And since I started doing that, my skin feels fantastic. It cleans the pores, and even, you know, it's not going to eliminate cellulite, but it really has made a difference. And I was telling a patient today, she's like, I wanted to buy this dry brush, and I've heard good things about it. In fact, that happened this morning. And she's like, but it's just been sitting in my Amazon cart because I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. And I told her today I was going to do a video, and she's like, well, maybe I should get it, you know? So I encouraged her to get it, and, you know, she works out all the time, she takes care of herself, but still we're having some issues with cellulite. So definitely there's some areas, you know, get that area really good, and that will help with cellulite as well. And then this is kind of funny, but people have told me that their energy starts increasing. Well, your blood flow is going to be better, you're going to be detoxing better, and obviously you're going to feel a lot better. So is it worth it? I'd say so. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you in our next video.